welcome to Thank God You're Not My Child. Remember, it's a comedy podcast where I am going to talk about whatever I want to. And this week, I would like to talk about something a friend had told me. I had a friend that I really care about, and he's an older gentleman, okay, close friend. And he's a believer in Christ, and he says it's not possible to forgive yourself. That only God can forgive you. And this kind of rocked my world because I don't understand this. I don't understand this at all. Because I have done some fucked up things in my life. Not proud of any of them. I'm just going to say here. When you know you fucked up, you can apologize and apologize and apologize and do everything you can. But people will not always, they might forgive you, but they're going to cut it off. And I understand that because I have some friends that, or people in my past that I love dearly. But, I just don't think I'm going to sit at the same table with them because I'm not really invited to that table anymore. So, yeah. So I want to talk about forgiving yourself. I will say I always had God there. Even when I was young, I always sensed there was something else. And with the problems I had sleeping, my mom just kind of gave up with me being up at night. I knew what I could and could not do. And that's when I would watch horror movies. I knew they were fake. I watched Jaws when it first came out at the movie. That's 50 years ago. I was 5. I remember watching the TV evangelists, the TV preachers, and just pull. And it wasn't, that person was not pull. That person had nothing to do. It was, even though they might have been, I know there's some shitty people out there sharing the word of God. I know for sure. I used to watch Jamie Baker with Tammy Faye, and I heard God through them. Ungodly people, in my opinion. They might have changed since then, just going. But when you're getting pulled and you just know that he's supposed to be here, it happens. Now, I know there's a lot of people and a lot of friends that I have that aren't Christians, and that's okay. I think we're all supposed to be different. I will tell you what I believe, but I also believe that I'm supposed to love you and take care of you, regardless of what you believe. So let's talk about that. When I had worked so hard to try to be the best person I can be, I failed. I did things wrong. Who the fuck hasn't? So with God in my heart, I can blame the other person, but you know what? I don't play the blame game. I don't play the blame game. When I was young, anything that happened with me, which I had a great childhood. I did. I didn't have anything major happen. I mean, I had some shitty things happen. Who doesn't? But nothing major. No. Good childhood. But I am sure I did wrong. I got so many licks in middle school. We won't even talk about that game that we played. Yes. And I won. And every time I got a lick at school for something, I got a lick at home. So yeah. But when you look in that mirror and you're looking and you start thinking of all the shitty things, just fill the blank in. That I did to myself. All the shitty things my ex did to me. All the shitty things that friend did to me. All the shitty things that coworker did to me. And do you know what the key thing there is? Me. And I don't play the blame game. So yeah, I've had people do some fucked up things to me. I've also done some fucked up things. So if I can't come to God, to the mirror, and look myself in the eyes and forgive myself, where am I supposed to go? I truly believe God's forgiven me. Of course, to be forgiven truly by God, you need to repent and do no more. And the devil still haunts you, but you know what? No, devil, I'm not doing this again. And it has nothing to do with the person, because if I've treated a person shitty, maybe something they did or didn't do, but it's still my actions. And I don't want to be that person, and I became that person many, many, many times. But if you can't forgive yourself, the sadness comes. Oh, the sadness. When I was divorced at 50, and my passion was taking care of those daycare kids, and I know it got to be too much because I didn't, we were divorced, so that was all I had. My kids were grown. I'm positively sure it controlled what I did. And without it, that sadness would have taken over. I needed those babies in my lap. I needed those babies in my life to truly forgive myself. I needed to know good came out of something that I did too. And then do no more. So, when I got married, do no more. When I have a friend, do no more. Just do better. Do better. It's all of it, If you can't forgive yourself, the depression gets so big. And I couldn't imagine the depression being any worse than it is. But if I couldn't forgive myself, you're just going to sit in your pile of shit and just go, oh, me. And that's when, I don't even like going out much now. And I've forgiven myself. I don't want to be around people. I just spent 4 nights at my daughter's house and had a great time. Despite being in pain, despite my knees hurting, despite not always saying the right thing, my mouth gets in the way. But I had a great time. My granddaughter's 8 today. Woo! She's 8. I remember cutting her umbilical cord. And so much happened from the first grandbaby to the second grandbaby, that between COVID and everything that was said about the divorce, I didn't even get to be in the town. COVID. You couldn't even go to the hospital during COVID. So, yeah. And then you're going to let certain people have so much control in your life and how your feelings come out. Sorry. If you're watching this, sorry. It's even forgiving yourself thinking about things in the past. It's just sad. I am not that fucking person. Why did I do that shit? And that's the problem. Maybe without God, I am that person. I don't like that person. I like this person. The one that loves herself. The one that takes care of her family, and the one that can do whatever is asked of her, even with 2 new knees. I know God has truly forgiven me. I believe that was probably easier than forgiving myself. I still go through moments of, I can't believe I did that. Oh my gosh. And there wasn't too many of those, but I will tell you this. Some of the downfall from the shit I did and the shit that was said about things and the afterdo, because, when something's said, it just trickles down. And it's like playing the game of telephone. Do you know what I mean? Playing the game of fucking telephone. Oh, so-and-so did this, so-and-so do that. And I'm just going to tell you here, gossiping will fucking fuck you up. I doing daycare and would hear people I had over 20 friends send me messages of things in this small town that people were saying about me. Now, I'm just letting people know, if you are a friend from the small town I used to live in, believe a quarter of what you heard. And if you really are my friend, you fucking know what I fucking did. Not proud. Not doing it again. Do you see what I'm saying? And the problem is that some of the downs from not forgiving yourself can just eat on you and eat on you. And I can't be that person. I have to. I have to move on. I have to. Was I the best person? No. Was I best mom? No. Was I the best wife? No. I don't think I'm always that good now. I'm still learning. I was a wife for 34 fucking years and I'm still learning. Some of that residue comes off on this one because I did everything but wipe my ex's ass. And in 34 years, it got me divorced. It didn't get me, retired. It didn't get me, as long as I was working, everything was good. And, it just didn't get me anywhere. So now that I'm married, first of all, I have a man that wants to do everything for me, and I cannot fucking do that. So we do have a competition of who's going to do it. If you're going to mow, I need to help you. If you're going to cook, I'll do the dishes. If I'm going to cook, you can do the dishes. It's a teamwork. Sometimes I do more than he does, and sometimes he does more than I do. And you know what? It works. But I couldn't even have been with him if I hadn't forgiven myself. So can you forgive yourself? Abso-fucking-lutely. You have to. And if you doubt you've done something to forgive yourself, just look in a mirror. Say nothing. Just look at your eyes. It'll tell you if you have something to be forgiven for. And if you're a regular, normal human, you have something to be forgiven for. My. Depression hit so hard in me. And then you have doctors wanting to give you pills and stuff for the depression. And you know what? I still have medicine for that. But you know what? It's not like it's gonna correct everything. It's not a happy pill, okay? I still have to own up. I have to make myself happy, And if you can't forgive yourself, you're not gonna be truly happy. And don't let what other people say about you control your feelings. As soon as I see it coming and I see that it's going to take over my brain, that somebody said, and now that I have so many people on TikTok and listen to the podcast, see, I'm stuttering there. You'd never believe the haters that come out. Yeah, I know I'm old. Oh my God, I have wrinkles. Oh my Lord. But when somebody that you love tells you something that breaks your heart, you have to forgive yourself. And you have to ask for forgiveness first, because I don't think until you've asked for forgiveness from that person, and in my world, God, you truly can't forgive yourself. And that's where I think it comes from. I refuse to let people I love get me so sad again that I would think of ending my life. And I've had two very important people in my life almost put me there. Now, I can blame them, but I don't play the fucking blame game. Remember? It's me. I have to forgive myself. I have to move on. And I can tell you the moment I forgave myself, it took me a good 6 months. In that first 6 months of being single, moving to daycare, being single, living alone for the first time ever, it was hard. And it took me 6 months to learn to sleep alone, to learn not to slut around, to learn all of these good things. So can you forgive yourself? I did. And it also makes me think, I've tried to apologize for things, and some people just don't even want to listen. And you know what? I don't control how other people feel, think, or act. And once I realized that, I have to worry about myself. Things I do, things I need to forgive myself for. Do I need to ask for forgiveness for them? It's very easy to apologize in a text, and I'm really bad at that. But the best way to apologize is face to face. Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Or, I'm sorry, I should have shut up then. Or, gosh, I can't believe I did that. I'm so sorry. And let's mean it. But the most important thing is you have to forgive yourself. Now I want to talk about that gentleman. That gentleman, love him dearly. And I pray for him daily. He's a good guy. I mean, he's wonderful. He's a good guy. But people can get in their ways so much that they just don't want to change them. And when the world's changing, and you may have to change. Or, first of all, we know not anybody knows everything about God. If you think you know everything about God, you're the problem. Do you really think he loves anybody on this earth enough to let him in on secrets that he said nobody had? Did that come out right? I hope it came out right. So I look in the mirror often. Yeah, I see the wrinkles. I just want to make sure my soul is good with myself and with God. Sometimes I do wrong. I have to apologize. The big shit I did wrong, I apologize sometimes more than I probably should have. But with God, I have truly forgiven myself. So I'm just going to tell you, if you need to forgive yourself, I'm going to tell you the first place you need to go is God. I'm saying it. I can't do an episode like this of can you truly forgive yourself without mentioning God? Because without God, I wouldn't be here. Without God, those 2 times that I wanted to end my life, I would have. The devil would have won. Without God, I might have enjoyed slutting around way more than I should have. I need God. Without God, I think there'd be some people that I'd like, if you know what I mean. God says, do not kill. So therefore, I will not kill. See? God works. So if you don't know God, that's where I'm going to tell you to start. Go. Start it. Search it. DM me. Email me. If you need, let me know where you are. I could probably find you a good person, a good church. Churches can be hard to find. We're not going to go into this on this episode. I have found one here in town, and the people are good. And you know what? I don't care what kind of church you are. I'm going to the people. And if the people are good, then I want to fellowship with you. If you got fucked up people and they're like, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not going to worship with you because I truly go to church for fellowship. I can worship anywhere. I want fellowship. I want to worship for friends that believe the way I do. I want to study the Bible with friends that believe the way I do. That's why I go to church. And to ask for forgiveness if I needed. It's been a long 4 days. I spent 4 days with the grandbabies, and I'm telling you, I don't know how I used to take care of 10 kids 11, 12 hours a day. If I stopped, it was nap time to hold a baby or lay by a cot. How the fuck did I do this? With 2 new knees, you know what I want to do is I'm going to talk to a friend, and I want to see if I can work a day in a daycare again like I used to. It can't be a center. It needs to be a home daycare because at a home daycare, I was a one-man show. I did all of it. Changed the diapers, did the preschool, mopped the floor, fixed the lunch, fixed this, fixed breakfast, everything. And I would like to see with the 2 new knees if I could get back to doing that for like a day. 5 days in a fucking row. I don't know how I used to do it. But I won't give up a day of it. My 41-minute Bethany's fixing to have a baby. Like anytime. I was hoping it today and it'd be born on my grandbaby's birthday, but we're not peaky. Yeah, I'm so excited. It's her first. She used to be so little, but she's not so little now. Old college girl having a baby. Yes, and I have one of my babies that coaches softball at high school. I do believe this next year she gets to coach her little sister, which was another one of my little babies. So I do not doing what I did. Definitely can't do it anymore. So yeah, let's go to God. And after you have asked forgiveness from God from the shit you did, let's go to the mirror and ask for forgiveness from ourselves. And that's going to be one of the hardest things you do. God comes easily. He forgives easily if you ask, truly ask. Boom, forgiven. God forgives. Boom, forgiven. You truly ask, He forgives. Do you know how many times I have to ask forgiveness from myself? Please forgive yourself. Probably more times than I should. I think I have, then I have to ask again. Yeah. So can you? Yes. Okay. I've told you everything I know. And probably more. Until next time. Thank God you're not my child.